Hi, I'm Allison Stewart Bishens of Allison Bishens Consulting, and I want to talk a little bit today about how you can get support for your small business during social distancing and how you, as a consumer, can provide support to local businesses through social media. So, the very first thing, and you've probably seen this meme going around, is that you can like and comment on posts. So, this is on Instagram and on Facebook, or if the business is posting YouTube videos, you can like and comment. That really helps them with visibility because every time you like and comment on their post, it actually gets shown to more people. The next way that you can support local businesses is by sharing their posts to your stories or sharing them to your feed using something like Get Repost. So if you have Get Repost, you can share posts from their feed to your feed. Or if you don't have Get Repost, you can share their posts to your stories using the little paper airplane emoji right under their posts. And one of the things that I would recommend doing when you do that is to actually tag them in the post as well, because when you share someone's post, they don't necessarily get a notification that you've shared it. So I like to tell the business that I've shared their post so that they know that they're getting this increased exposure. The next way is to actually create a post or create a story to support that business. So if you're purchasing lunch from a local business, taking a picture of it while you plate it and then posting that picture and tagging the business can be really useful to help them bring in more business. One of the really cool things that you can do for local businesses is geotag yourself at that business, even if you're eating takeaway or if you purchased an item and then brought it home, actually geotagging yourself. So the way that you do that is by adding a location in your post or in your story. And you can also use a hashtag. If that business has a hashtag that they regularly use, you can use the hashtag in your post, which makes increased visibility for them as well. So one of my favorite things to do is sharing a story and tagging a business in it, because not only do you give them increased visibility by exposing them to your followers, then they can actually share the post on their stories, increasing your visibility to their followers. So it's sort of a win-win situation. So you can share their post, or you can just share an anecdote, or you can share something that you've purchased from them in your stories, tag them, and then they'll actually get a notification that says, do you want to add this to your story? So I'm a big fan of that format just because it helps both businesses out. Now, that being said, I would recommend that when you're posting a story and tagging someone, that you not have the expectation that they're going to necessarily share it back, because not everyone has the time, or they may not see it in time because they could only see it for about 24 hours. So I like to just think of it as doing something nice for them. And then if they decide to share it, that's awesome. It's a bonus. One other way that you can support local businesses is by making online recommendations through the review format. So if your favorite business is on Instagram, that's a little tricky to do a review, but you can do a review, like we said, in a post or a story. But if they're on Facebook, you can actually review their business directly on Facebook. There's like a review button, and then it'll say, like, do you recommend this business? And you'll be able to give it, between 0 and 5 stars, and you'll be able to leave a comment. That's a really great way to support a local business, because if they also have a Google My Business page, then you can actually see those Facebook reviews, just the average, on the Google My Business page. So doing a review on Facebook actually gets them this review in both places. If that business is not on Facebook, but they have a Google My Business page, you can review them on Google, or you can review them on Yelp if they're on that platform. If a business does not have a Google My Business page, it's actually great for you to reach out to them and say, are you aware that there's this free service called Google My Business where you can claim your business and put your hours up and post and give people information about your business? A lot of businesses are actually unaware that that service exists. One of the other ways that you can support local businesses is by old-fashioned referrals. So you can send an email to some friends or make a post on Facebook and say, on your private Facebook page, and say something like, I love this business, they really need our support right now. Here's how you support them. You can also reach out to your favorite business by email or through direct message and say, I would like to support you, but I can't purchase products right now. How do you need support? And then they can actually tell you what kind of support they need. They may need shares, they may need reviews, they may need help like setting up a gift certificate program, something like that. And so just reaching out directly and asking them exactly what they need is a nice way for them to get like the precise type of help that they need without you having to spend a ton of extra time. So, one of the things that I would say right now, because so many people want to support small businesses and local businesses, but we all also are trying to manage our own businesses or our work situation or unemployment or kids doing school at home, all of these different things that we all have sort of a maximum capacity at which we can be operating right now. And honestly, that's probably less than our normal capacity. So I recommend that as you're trying to do things for other businesses, that you're not trying to do like the most because you're going to get burned out and you're going to get tired and you're not going to be able to help these businesses in the long run. So I recommend thinking about what you can do, doing what you can, not doing your best because doing your best puts pressure on you to be doing like all of these amazing things in your community, but doing what you can gives you the flexibility and the grace to help businesses when you can, to rest when you can, because this could last for quite a while and you want to be able to support people and help people in the long run, not just this week. So, what I would recommend doing if you are a consumer is write down maybe your top 10 local businesses that you would like to support and then just work through them maybe one day at a time or a couple every week and try and do a couple of things to support them. If you are a small business, one of the things that you can do is actually do a call to action and tell your customers exactly what you need them to do. So you could say, what we need you to do is share with your friends our new online shopping link. Or you could say, what we need you to do is if you don't need products right now, we would really love it if you would purchase gift certificates. So, if you're a business, being vulnerable and being clear about exactly what you need right now is really important for communicating with customers and building trust and having them actually do the things that you need to do right now. Along with that, if you're not on Instagram and you're not on Facebook and you don't have Google My Business, then you're missing out right now because most people, when they make referrals, are making them online. They're tagging someone under a post that you've done, or they're sending someone your profile, or they're sharing a story, or they're tagging you in a post on Facebook. And so if you're not on those platforms, you're potentially missing out on those referrals. So I recommend that at a minimum, businesses have an Instagram, a Facebook page, and a Google My Business page, all of which are free. And I recommend having the business version of each of those. So I don't recommend using your personal Instagram account to run a business page because when you have the business page, you have access to analytics and you can see how many people are engaging with you, the percentage of people that are engaging with you, how many people saw your post, which can be really useful. And the other thing about Facebook is that Facebook normally I recommend as sort of secondary to Instagram because Instagram has the capacity to create much more deep and lasting relationships with your customers than Facebook does. But the nice thing about Facebook is that you can utilize their events feature even right now during social distancing. You could have a sample sale or an online sale or like a gift card buy-in where people can share with their family members and friends like this is the time that we're all going to get together and we're going to buy gift cards to this business, sort of like a love-in to support the business. So you can use Facebook events really creatively, and then once it's on Facebook you can also share that in local groups, which is really cool. So if you have a neighborhood group or a group for your city, you can post about this event that you're creating. You can also use events if you are a consultant or a coach, you can use events to promote your webinar, your online webinar that you're doing. And so it can be really stressful to think right now about creating these new accounts. But the most important thing is that you have them, that you set them up, that you kind of load them up with like your bio and making sure that your bio is accurate and crisp and clear and that you have some good header photos. And then after that, you just have to maintain a little bit of consistency. You don't have to be posting every day. You certainly can. Like if you're a local restaurant, you could be posting your specials every day. But unless you're changing your specials every day, like a local business, you don't have to be posting every day. You can be posting on Facebook 1 to 2 times per month and on Instagram like once a week, 1 to 2 times a week. And that's enough consistency that you will actually build a following, that you will be visible enough to have customers who will refer to that page and who will come back. And the other thing to note is that you'll have a certain number of people who follow you, but you have to think about the fact that there are people who will come to your feed, look at your feed, scroll through your feed, read your bio without ever being a follower. So even if you only have 50 followers or 100 followers, there's still more people than that seeing your Instagram and your Facebook pages. And there are a lot of people who will go to your Instagram or go to your Facebook page to find out your hours, your new delivery procedures. And if they're not clear and obvious on those pages, they will just assume that you're closed down right now. So Instagram and Facebook can be really incredible tools right now for getting the word out to your customers about what's changed and what your procedures are like and how they can support you. So as part of your class project, recommend write down 10, if you're a consumer, write down 10 local businesses that you want to support. If you are a business owner, I want you to think about 3 or 4 Instagram or Facebook posts that you can do to tell your customers what you need from them right now, because truly like providing that information from to them will make it easier for them to support you and make it easier for them to pass on that information. So if you have any questions about any of these tactics, please feel free to reach out. If you need anything from me, my website is below. And I hope that you enjoyed this mini training. And I have several other trainings on Skillshare that you should take a look at. My favorite one of those for you specifically as a local consumer or a local business owner is the finding local customers on social media. So hop over and check that out. I have longer versions of some of these paid on my website if you have any questions. But I hope that you can do what you can this week. You don't have to do your best. You don't have to be this local hero. You just need to do what you can and give yourself space to rest in between. Have a great day. Bye.